Hello and welcome to episode number 48 of the Long Distance Stitchers. My name is Megan.
I am also Megan.
This is our floss tube about cross stitch. And I think just cross stitch today.
Yeah, I have not touched yarn in a while.
I keep thinking about it. Every day I see more and more like yarn crafts on the Instagrams, and I'm like, I could knit. I think I would probably crochet before I would knit, but we'll see. And there may come a day.
It's just largely that I don't have them right beside me. And then I
Yeah.
don't, I put them beside me, then I will pick them up. But there is no beside me to have them because the cross stitch is there.
Yeah, and the cross stitch is there. Cross stitch is taking up a lot of time lately.
Yeah. I've also been building a lot of things.
You've made a lot of
Yeah. It's not good. I need to stop buying it.
well, it's a hobby like anything else. It costs money.
Yeah. It also takes up a lot of space.
Yeah. There's this girl on Instagram who I see her reels every once in a while, and she builds a lot of Lego. And she also has a room in her house that is just shelves full of Lego. I'm like, well, she's an influencer, so this is like also kind of her job.
I don't need a room full of Lego.
Yeah.
I've got my Bag's End here.
Mm-hmm.
This is the original one, not the one that's currently out in the world right now. The one
Oh,
that's out in the world right now is much bigger. And so I'm currently building Rivendell.
yeah.
It's a very large piece. I'm like, I feel like they should live together. But then I'm like, but I don't want Rivendell down here.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so then do I need to move this stuff?
But I think,
I don't know.
like, symbolically, them being far apart
That's
makes
true.
sense.
That's true.
And you can, like, go on a little journey every time you go from one to the other. And then you have to get mortar or whatever, put that somewhere else.
Yeah.
I assume there's a Mount Doom or
There's
something.
the tower.
Yeah.
The person who does most of the falcons that I do, the like changing a different set into a falcon, has changed Toothless the dragon into the Baldur tower,
That's cute.
which is a much nicer price point than the official one.
Yeah.
So I might do that. We'll see.
We'll see. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Did you finish anything this month?
I finished absolutely nothing.
Okay. I have one fully finished, and you probably have already spotted it. So I stitched this little four-leaf clover from what's her name? Luhu Stitches, something like that.
Yeah.
Which was I picked it up as a freebie at the very first Stitch North that I ever went to. Showed it to my boyfriend, and he was like, "Oh, I like that," and I was like, "Oh, I should make it for him." And so I did it on black, and I changed some of the colors just because I didn't have the exact one, specifically with the intention of finishing it and giving it to him 3 years ago. So I have now, so that I finished it like maybe last year, while ago, a long time ago.
It's been a minute since you finished.
It's been a while since we've seen this. And because it has like a bunch of French knots, and I was just like, it took me like I did all the stitching and then I took forever to do the French knots. Classic. And then I found this like wooden frame which I painted black, and it had already this like little hanger on it. Or did I put this on? No, I think it already had this on. And then I was like, okay, I just need to like mount it and finish it. And then I did like a little bit of like rickrack in there, but you can't really see it. But just enough to give it a little bit of.
It gives it a little border.
And then literally the other day, I was sitting in here, I was doing something, and I was like, I want to do something with my hands, but I don't want to pick up stitching. And this was like literally sitting on my cutting table, just waiting to be glued together. And I was like, I could do that right now. It'd take 5 minutes. While I'm like watching some video. So I did. So it's finished. Just in time for St. Patty's Day.
Nice. Is Bill happy with his gift?
Yeah. I told him I had to keep it until after we shot the floss tube, and then he could put it up somewhere. He's probably going to put it next to his map of, he bought a map when we were in Ireland of like where all the whiskey distilleries are. And I was like, perfect. You can
Yeah,
go there.
nice. Well,
And that was my only finish.
congratulations on your FFO. I have zero of those and zero finish.
3 years in the making.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you start anything this month?
No,
Are you
only worked
sure?
on WIP.
Oh, because you had already started your data
I
portal.
had already started. I
Ah,
started it
ah,
right before we started filming,
okay. So
just so that
I
I would
have
have a start to show.
3 starts.
Yeah.
I have my data portraits in Paris 2, complete with a dog hair on it. Um, this is 40 count Legacy by Picture This Plus, which was one of Nuri's recommended fabrics. And I'm using all of Jazz's flosses, which I have right here. I bought 2 sets of these because I'm stitching both, and I really don't think I'm going to need the second set. But I
Mm.
also feel like it's too early to tell.
We were doing one strand over on 40,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
okay.
And it looks so good. It looks so good. I have with me here my data portraits in Paris book, which you can't see because it's blowing out. And I thought we could look at a couple of the
Yeah.
um, just to see how Nuri is adapting them. So the one that is the first one is also the one on the cover. Is the value of household and kitchen furniture owned
Hmm.
by Black people in Georgia, which is this very cool swirl. Nuri made it a little swirl right in the middle, which I love.
Hmm.
And then the ones next to it is it's 3 different ones that she put together. So the horizontal lines are population in Georgia over time, right? Going from very low, very high. It spans 100 years.
Oh
Um,
wow.
it goes from just under 30,000 to just over 850,000, which is impressive. And then the vertical lines are do, 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 Black children in the public schools, sorry. Right. So again, you see very little to a lot. This is a shorter time frame, so it's over 27 years.
Okay.
Or sorry, my sticky was on it. 37 years, but it goes from 7 to 180. And the 7 is in 1860, right? So you can see after slavery ended,
Hmm.
they, had access to school because it was illegal for people to read and write if they were Black. And then the last part of that second drop, which is these 2 parts of the motif, are the relative population of Black people in the States.
Yeah, I really like how she converted that map.
Yeah, there isn't a date on it, so I would say this is probably roughly 1900 turn of century, right? And so she's got the white for all of those states that have very few, and then
Mm-hmm.
the density, but that it also varies in the Black part there. And then we did land owned by Black people in Georgia.
So many red stitches.
So many, so many. But it turned out very cool.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
And I like that. So she kept the black part in there because
Mhm.
on the original plate, he had put in the numbers. So we go from 338,000 in 1874 to 1.06 million acres in 1899. So
Wow.
nice.
Mhm.
And then last week's drop is this one, where again, she's mashed up a couple of things, but she's got land owned by county in Georgia. And so she's done the different colors around the border of that one. And um, in and out migration of people who were born in Georgia to other states and people who were born outside of Georgia into Georgia,
Mm.
and represented by those arrows and the different colors. Um, yeah, very cool. Um, it's nice having the book, right? So I look up the different plates and read the description in them along with them to just make sure that I'm learning as I go. Right? So that's weeks 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then there's a drop today that I haven't even looked at yet.
Yeah, me neither.
Um, but
And she does include the little infographic with the pattern drops, but it is cool to have more info and
yeah, this has right, like the editors of this book have descriptions of each of the plates
Mhm.
alongside it, and then like the book has the broader context of the work that W.E.D. Blas did. Um, which I mean, I bought this book 2 years ago when we were in New York, and so I like read it at that time, but it's nice to revisit too.
Yeah, for sure.
And then alongside that, I'm also doing data portraits in Paris 1. And I decided that I didn't need to awkwardly show you all the plates for this one too. This one, when Nuri did the stitch along for this, was it 2 years ago or 3 years ago? I don't know. When Nuri did the stitch along for this one, she did it through the month of February, and every day she gave us a description of the plate or plates that the motifs are based on, and you can go to her Gumroad and you can actually buy that as a PDF. All the
Yeah, I have
information
that.
goes along with those. So um,
And I imagine she'll do one for the two as well, part two of the stitch.
presumably, yeah, yeah. Yeah. So I've separated this into the same number of um, sets of motifs. So mine are not necessarily going plate by plate either, depending on how I've broken it up. So, but
Mhm.
the intention is to have them both done beside each other in June. June's when we finish, right?
I don't.
And then my other start this month is another stitch along. This is by Lena Thobe on Instagram, who is a Palestinian American Tatriz artist. She does, you can do workshops with her to like design and stitch your own thobe. But she does, well, she did one last year and then she did it again this year. Last year it was daily, so there was 30 drops. This year she's doing it weekdays only, so there's 20 drops, but stitch along for Ramadan. So I am all caught up to Friday's drop. There is a lot of stitching in some of these drops, and so I fell a little bit behind this week, mostly because I did not wake up at 3 a.m. any days this week, which was very nice. But the only days that I finished it in the same day were days when in this first column, when I had woken up at 3 a.m. and had 3 hours of stitching before I had to get ready for work. Don't do that. This is a 18 count. Please use a coaster from Kaylee at the sewing shop. I love it. It's DMC's. I am suspicious that we're stitching upside down,
Oh yeah.
but we will see. I'm not, I think we're stitching upside down. Um, the letters are the right way. The birds are the right way. So we'll see.
Mhm. Yeah.
But it's really nice. She's a really good designer. If you also follow the Tatriz Grove, that's Lena as well. And so she does a lot of activism in her work. And yeah, it's not too late to join if you want to join the stitch along and get the pattern and get caught up. And the point isn't necessarily to be done, but just to have time to reflect during Ramadan. So
Mhm.
those are my starts.
Good job.
Yeah. They put me up over 50 for my whip count again because I finished nothing this month.
Yeah.
We'll see how March goes. March is so much longer. It's got
March
12
is
more
so
days
much
of
longer.
stitching. Yeah.
I have really only been stitching on the weekends lately, because I've been going to a lot of theater
Mm-hmm.
in the city, which is fine, wonderful.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I've basically just like kept up with data portraits in Paris and then also a few other things. So one of the things that I worked on this month was a Monopoly call. So this is Summer Quaker by Leela Studio.
We love it.
Love it. A lot of people have been working on this lately. I feel like I've been seeing this around. So this is where I'm at. I think I had to do, it wasn't a lot, maybe it was like 200 stitches. And so I did this bird. Started this. Maybe it was only 100 stitches. So yeah, I really didn't do that much. It was really just this bird and the start of this motif.
Every little bit counts.
Oh, maybe these two, these little doodads. And then another thing that got called that I haven't worked on in a while, um, was my Dragons and Apples Sal. So this is by Quaternary Designs. So this was a Sal that came out quite a few years ago, and I really liked it when it came out, but I was like, oh, it's so big, like, and whatever. And I didn't want to do it in black. And then I read Fourth Wing, and I was like, I could do a Fourth Wing Dragons and Apples Sal. So I started by doing Andarna in gold, and then I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And so I wanted to make this person violet. So I did her hair silver, and like she's wearing a purple dress. I know she doesn't wear purple, but and then and I'm gonna do like there's other obviously there's other dragons, but now after having read Iron Flame and Andarna changes color, so I have the perfect color to do. So I'm gonna do this big dragon in the middle, is gonna be her as an adult. Because I was gonna do just like a big black dragon, but now I'm like, no, I'm gonna do a black and purple shimmery dragon.
Nice.
Yeah, so basically I just had this dragon done. So then I finished and I had like the most of this outline. So I finished this, and I did her and those apples and stuff, which I think was like maybe 200 stitches for Monopoly. And this was also my call for Whip Go. So a little bit of work on that. This got called for Whip Go yesterday. And I've already moved my frame because I was gonna finish the bottom. So I finished my Whip Go call, which was like 200 stitches, which was like finishing. Oh, now you can't really see it, but it was like the people in that. There was like two more squares that I had to fill in with people, so I did that, and then I did a row of stitches across the bottom here. That's going to be the start of that band. And then I got to the other side and realized that some of the stitches were supposed to have two spaces between them. I was just doing like every other stitch. I didn't look carefully. So I take it all out and start over. And now I'm going to do the boxes individually instead of just going straight across. And I could literally finish this today. Like, we'll
I believe
see.
you. Yeah.
And as is the tradition of finishing something immediately after showing it on Flosstube.
That's what you do. That's how it goes, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I feel like, you know, and then the other thing that I've been working on and keeping up with is my data portraits in Paris too. So last weekend I finished this red one. I still had a little bit left to do, and I did the entire of that one.
Good.
So I might not work on this again if I'm focusing on the Yalda to Nowruz, but we'll see. I mean, it's still early in the day. I don't really have anything else planned.
We have all week to do the data portraits before they give us a new one,
Yeah,
including another weekend.
that's true. I could do a little bit of stitching after work this week. I don't have those many
You have Saturday as well next weekend.
activities. Um, and this is Strawberry Fields Forever. So I finished my
House.
house and I started working on my little fence and this plant. And then there's one up here that is just like a lot of color changes. So I was like gearing myself up to work on that. I think I might have also done some stuff up here since we've seen it.
Looks great.
Yeah, the bulk of this one is done, although the fence and the like big brick wall will also be quite a bit of stitching. And then the last thing I worked on was my Treasure Island. So I did almost all of this man.
I love him.
That was some afternoon. That's it. That's pretty much all I worked on.
Plugging away on things.
I didn't say the names of hardly any of those, but
That's fine.
we'll figure it out. Big
They
math.
can watch our epic whip parade if they want to know a little bit more, or they could just ask.
Anything I worked on last month, I feel like everyone just saw it. So
And if you ask in the comments, we will respond usually in 2 to 3 business months, but a response will come.
yeah.
We're just trying to help you budget by not being on the ball.
Yeah.
It's great.
Honestly, I feel like all my things are so old, everyone already has it anyway.
We're not influencers. We're just show and tellers.
Yeah.
And the telling is maybe a little lackluster sometimes.
Showing, yes. Telling, sometimes.
Yeah. Okay, so I worked on 4 other projects this month. The first 2 are my February Whip Goes, which I did not succeed in. So this is Van Gogh Never Met the Fellowship. So it's a mashup between Starry Night and the classic Fellowship silhouette along the mountain. You can't see the silhouette yet though, so we'll get there. But so my goal for this is to get it to 25%. It's currently just under 11%. I put in a ton of stitches on it, but I have significantly more to go to meet my whip go / annual goal on it. So I will keep working on it. I was missing some colors, so there's some gaps up sort of in this area, but this big corner is mostly all filled in. I did pick up those colors on a recent outing to the craft store. I've got things all the way over. So this is the other side. So that's as wide as it's going to be. I don't have all the way down though in this frame, but so
Yeah.
I will keep working on that. Whether I work on it in March, we'll see. My other whip go call was Dinosaur Forest from Owl Embroidery. And the last time you saw it, it did not have a completed border. And now it does. So this is on my whip go board and on my yearly goals for a finish. And I got a ton done. So I had that border come down and I've done all of this stuff.
You did a lot, even
but then I started doing the Ramadan and then I barely touched it again after that.
Yeah.
So I've got left in the middle, I have a teeny tiny little dinosaur. I have most of this dinosaur to do and these bigger, chunkier guys, and then a few plants. So there's quite a bit of stitching left on it, but also like that border is done. The end is in sight. I just have to fill in that hole. It'll be fine. So
just fill in.
Yeah. So I won't put it away. But it is a new month, so there are new whip go calls. So we'll see how it goes overall. And then I worked on my Newcastle Capel bauble, which I don't have the cover photo. I didn't realize it's upstairs in a different bag. But it's going to have a castle here where you can sort of see the start of a castle and then a night sky behind it. This was Helen kitted this up for our little stitchy retreat.
Oh yeah.
well, kitted up. She bought a set of 3 baubles, and then her, Amy, and I are each doing one of the
Right.
baubles. So Helen did hers already. Amy and I just started, but I did this on a plane. Um,
Hmm.
a there and back again situation while I was out of work for a week. Out of town for a week for work. I was not out of work for a week.
Very much in
I could only wish.
of work.
The This is one of my WIPCO calls for March for finish. I will be on planes again and on more planes again this month. And so I intend to take this and hopefully get a finish mostly through that travel time. This dark gray fill-in is a lot, but once the fill-in's done, there's not much to do. There's just a castle. So it was really nice for plain stitching though. I loaded a bunch of needles in advance. Just
That's perfect. Yeah.
right. So
And they're harder to lose when they've got thread on them.
yeah. On one of the flights when I didn't have as much fill in and like so it's just like I don't know, there was not much on there. The flight attendant was like, "That's so pretty." And I was like, "Well, it's going to be pretty." You can't even tell what it is, but okay.
I mean,
I just think it's
they get excited.
yeah. And then the last thing that I worked on is that I put a little bit of work into my tail end project. I have quite the accumulation of tail ends because I
Yeah.
hadn't worked on this since some point in the summer. So I had just like this little bit. So I brought it all the way across and did all that motif work in there. So um, it's looking good. Still lots
Yeah.
of tail ends to put in it. Um, I just worked on it one day because I didn't want to. I was between projects and I didn't want to pull out something new, or I get something ready to work. And I was like, oh, this is sitting right here. I'll just work on that. And it was very good to work on, so I should work on it more. Yeah. A little burb. You like a burb?
It's very cute.
Yeah. This is by Bendy Stitchy. It was a Patreon release. I don't know if slash when it will get
Oh yeah.
a full release. She's done a matching, not matching, but like another pattern in a similar vein recently. So I think I know what my next tail end project will be. That's it. That's the stitch in this month. Short and sweet. Did you buy anything?
No, I need to get some stuff for seminar, but I didn't end up going to Gita's last weekend because they did like an open like stitch time thing.
Yeah.
Which I actually don't know if they're I imagine that they want us to shop as well while we're there. Because why would they
Absolutely.
yeah. Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's not just like come and stitch, don't buy anything.
I mean,
Um,
they probably also welcome that,
yeah, yeah.
but
And they're like, you don't have to, but
you're
of
there to
course
shop.
we are open if you want to buy stuff. But I didn't end up going because it was very snowy and cold that day. And I feel like going to the
It's a long jaunt for you to get there.
park. But yeah, so maybe next weekend or at the end of March next month.
Yeah.
They do the last Sunday of or the fourth Sunday of the month. They do like an open thing from like 1 to 4 on a Sunday. So
I think I'm just gonna order all I need that I don't already have are the bars and
yeah,
a laying tool. So I think I'm gonna see if I can order it from that shop that's doing the pre-orders.
yeah.
That I don't have to think about packing it and bringing
Yeah, that's the
take it
point.
at that seminar. So
We'll see.
I'll go look at the pricing. It might be
Yeah, that's what I was
better
thinking.
elsewhere. So I'll do some
Yeah, so
comparison.
I need stretcher bars as well. That's pretty much all, and a laying tool as well, and like something to hold my embroidery frame for like to be able to do two hand stitching.
Yeah, I'm bringing my lap frame. So
Yeah, I have that like wooden one that I got that works really well with like Nerge, uh,
mm.
frames, but I don't. It might work with the stretcher bars.
Yeah, because the stretcher bars are really light.
Yeah, it depends on the
They're
thickness.
not
I think
heavy.
it probably be fine,
They're like
but that one's. We'll see. I mean, I can take it apart. Whatever. Anyway,
yeah.
I'll see what they have also because I might like a different one anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I didn't go, and so I didn't buy anything. And I haven't ordered anything in a really long time because I don't like paying for shipping.
Yep.
And yeah, so and I haven't even done well, I guess I technically did order through you some X Stitch the Rainbow stuff, but
Yes, I have ordered, I think I ended up with 12 X Stitch the Rainbow chart. I got them through Top Knot Stitcher. I am so excited for that.
yeah, I'm excited for them too. I know I'm gonna end up with a bunch. I haven't ordered the floss yet. Kimmet usually does go to Nashville, but they haven't said anything. There hasn't been anything on their website about it. But Gita's went to Nashville,
Okay.
so she'll have them,
Yeah.
like the flosses for sure, and like probably a bunch of the charts. I didn't do a pre-order.
They're
Um,
not like they're just from the Cottage Garden lines. It's not like they're
yeah,
bespoke
they're
flosses,
not.
so
Yeah, you don't have
you
to.
don't
Yeah,
need to
exactly.
get them even if you don't get the pack.
Mhm. But we'll see. Because yeah, I don't. There's so many. I didn't. Don't get me wrong, the little checklist, very helpful to check off the patterns that you have and the patterns that you want. I'm just like,
I just feel personally attacked.
yeah, as you should. This was very much geared directly towards you and your interests.
No.
And
It was
a lot of them are very similar, but
yeah.
then I'm like, I want to support equally these two people. So,
And like I like them all. There's not a single one that I don't like. So I suspect that potentially eventually I will stitch them all or get them
mhm,
all or whatever.
mhm.
But I narrowed it down. I'm gonna behave myself.
Yeah.
I have my journal from the class we did with Michelle, which is very ocean themed already.
Yes.
So I'm gonna stitch them all on like 40 count and put them all in there. And so
That would be very cute. That'd
great,
be
perfect. When? Who knows? Who knows? I don't have a ton purchase wise. I have my monthly items from Kaylee. Um, so I got my last mini bag of the month from last year, and then I decided not to. Sorry, I gotta. You'll see what I'm struggling with in a moment here, but I don't want to ruin the surprise. I decided I did not need any more bags, either mini or full size. So I signed up for her like test club. But my last mini bag of the month is Winnie the Pooh.
oh, he's so
So
cute.
cute. And then it is full of all these DMCs, which I bought.
Okay.
Um, and I'll
Is
talk
this,
about that in plans.
I was gonna say, I was like, this is for something.
But my first tester experiment of the month is also a bag,
Oh,
which is
oh
the
my God.
furry. So the zipper gets stuck a little bit, but
Yeah.
so Kaylee sent a note with it saying that she knows that pets like to sleep on project bags, and she wondered if maybe this was a way so that the hair. But my cats are weird; they don't want to sleep on this. My
No.
cats are very adverse to beds that are created for cats.
Yeah.
Right? I've got things for them. They just don't. They like a box full of paper. They do like I've got these cardboard, like the scratching corrugated
Yeah.
cardboard circle things for them. They really like those because they love a circle. Um,
Mhm.
but other beds that I get for them, they're not interested in. So this bag they don't want to sleep on. Other bags, this bag is covered in cat hair, if you can tell. I don't know how well you can
There's
see
cats
it.
on it, so
But like,
there.
yeah, right? Like, no, yes, no, yes. It's like they can tell it was meant for them. But
Mhm.
I thought it was a funny that the first thing was a bag.
Yeah, that's really fun.
But I also it's very
That
nice
is
to
a
touch.
fantastic bag.
Yeah. And then my fabric of the month is called Kaleidoscope. I did not show this to Megan in advance because she's gonna die.
Oh.
It's tie-dyed, rainbowy. It's
Crazy.
so good. But I already like this side. I feel like those ocean fishies would look beautiful.
Yeah, I was gonna
And
say.
this I could save for something else too.
Yeah, 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 totally. Yeah, it's definitely giving ocean on the
Yeah,
one side.
it's so good.
Oh,
Kaylee is
it's
just
so good.
so good.
So good.
I love it. I opened and I literally gasped. I just.
Correct.
So I'm still in fabric of the month.
Yeah.
Doing on with 40 count linens. Like I need more things to stitch on.
Well,
That's my shopping. I haven't been spending very much money on cross stitch because I've been buying Lego sets to turn into Millennium Falcons. No.
what to do? Um, so I just looked up my Whip Go calls.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, I mean, I still haven't finished my January or February ones, so I think I'll just keep trucking on those. One was Blue Earth, um, by Sprouting Lupin.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have it. It's over there in a bag. And then the other one was my pineapple that I
Oh
started
yeah. Yeah.
yesterday. That I got Kaylee to kit up for me. Um, which are both like pretty reasonable projects to work on. But I do have a 12-hour bus ride coming up, but I don't think I'll be able to stitch
No?
either. So I'll need to be able to see pretty well. I don't know what I'll bring to work. I mean, I'll sleep for most of it, but it leaves at 8 o'clock, so
Mm-hmm.
I'll have a little bit of stitching time before we get to Buffalo.
How many nights are you in New York?
Just one.
Fun.
Like I'm going
And then
overnight.
you do a show.
Yeah, I'm going overnight Friday, so I get there Saturday morning. I'm gonna try to go to the Cloisters because they have a new exhibit that I kind of want to go see. And but they don't open until 10, and I'm getting there at like 7 in the morning, so I'll have
Yeah, it
plenty.
gives you time to get breakfast and then get up there. It's not like it's right where the bus drops you off.
Yeah, and then I have the three shows on Saturday, and then I'm staying overnight at the hostel Saturday night, and then I'm leaving at 11 on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I want to get home with like enough time to like enjoy my Sunday
Yeah.
before I have to go back to work.
Are you flying back?
Yeah,
So
because my flight back, $115.
nice.
The flights there were like 400, which is why I'm taking the bus because
Mhm.
the bus was like 140. But yeah, my flight home is cheaper than the bus. Like, make it make sense. Yeah.
All supply and demand.
Everyone wants to be in New York on like Friday night, but not go home on Sunday, I guess. I don't know. So, yeah.
Okay. So I've got my new castle bauble. My other go call for March is beautiful biomes. So
Oh, nice.
um this is like if I focus, this is doable in a month, I think.
Totally.
Each of these doesn't take very long to do a band. And the border is so chill, relatively speaking, if we think about natural world. Love you, Christy. Um,
It
yeah,
is a very chill border.
so I'm excited to work on this. I do really, really love it. So it's a shame that it still
Hmm. Hmm.
exists. But if I spend some quality time on it, I'm gonna be out of town for a week. A week. And it'll be busy, but it won't be as busy as my last out of town trip
Hmm.
where I had to whatever, it doesn't matter. I was
Yeah.
doing a lot.
Hmm.
And then in my fuzzy bag, I've got my Teresa Winsler book
Hmm.
because I really just have a hankering to start.
The dragon.
No, I'm not doing a dragon.
Oh, no, sorry, unicorn.
Yeah. So I do need to photocopy the chart because the book is not going to be done to work out of. But this is the one. So that's what all these flosses are for.
Oh, right, of course.
There's like four.
Oh, and then that, yeah, you showed me that fabric, your
And then,
fabric.
yeah, I'm going to do it on. This is a 32 count Raven opalescent from Hand by Rolanda. It was in the Witchy Stitcher black box or whatever.
Oh, course. Yeah.
that I got last year. And I just think that the shininess
Hmm.
be a lot of fun
Yeah.
because you see a lot of the fabric in the background of that pattern. So
Yeah.
yeah. Um, I also really want to start Dwarven Axe sometime soon.
Hmm.
I have a hankering for that as well. Um, I've got it kitted up, ready to go in my Demarie bag from Aya Rosen.
Hmm.
I'm going to use this 40 count wrath from Jessie
Oh, it's so beautiful.
and these. It's Dying for Sass. I forget what it's called, but it's also came in the black box from Witchy Stitcher, but it's this
Ooh, right.
dark
Okay.
variegated, and I think it'll look really good on the.
Yeah.
I have way more than I could possibly need, stitching at 1/2 on 40 count.
Hmm.
And so that is my plan. When I will start it, maybe this month. We'll see.
Yeah. I don't have any planned starts. Stuff that I want to keep working on. Finish finish like three things this
Yeah,
one.
that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, we'll see you.
See you at the end of March. And then we are gonna do a special 50th episode together. Either well, it'll probably be after Stitch North. I feel like that's the smartest.
Yeah, yeah.
So we
Um,
won't really have like a recap from April. That's okay.
we can show things in May that we don't have with us.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about that. It's gonna be a party.
Mhm.
It'll be long enough because of
Yeah,
Stitch
exactly.
that it won't matter.
I'm sure there will be plenty to talk about.
Megan and I are spending almost 10 days together.
Mhm.
Or is it? I don't know. It
It'll
probably
be,
is 10
yeah,
days.
because I'll see you, yeah, from
Yeah.
the 30th till the 10th,
Yeah. Perfect.
basically 10 days.
It'll be so good.
So good. And a lot of our other friends.
Yes. Yes.
And
I
then
have been
you,
telling people I need 2 years worth of hugs.
yes. And then you'll make a bunch of new friends at seminar as well, which is
Will
also
I? Will I?
I hope you will.
Megan's guild friends think we're crazy for taking 5 days of worth of classes at our first seminar.
It didn't occur
I
to me not
didn't know
to.
that you weren't supposed to do that.
Yeah,
I'm aware that
genuinely, I
there's an
was like, what else would you do all day? Like, I guess you just sit and stitch, but then it's like, why not take the classes then?
like if I'm
But
like I get
there
that like Stitch North is a retreat where I sit and stitch all day, but that's the point of the
there
retreat.
are no classes, but
This
this
is
was,
literally called seminar.
yeah,
I
I
am
thought this was class.
attending the seminars.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's going to be fun though. We're going to learn lots of new skills and then decide whether or not we want to use those skills.
I'm excited. I'm really looking for, so like we're taking two of the same classes. So we're both taking a Bargello class, which I'm really looking forward to. And then we're also both taking an applique class, which did you get your email about that one?
I got my email about that. I have to dig
I
through
have
my
to
stash of fabric.
actually through my fabric stash, and pick some things. I guess I have to pick,
I have to decide if I want to do a landscape or a seascape first.
yeah.
And from
I'm
there,
probably gonna do a landscape just because I think well, I don't know. Maybe we'll see. We'll see what
I
I have.
have lots of underwater themed fabric. So then she was like, "Oh, you could like bring things with like animals to applique on." And I'm like,
Yeah. I also have a lot of
"Yeah." So I might do a seascape.
them.
I also assume when she says ring frame, she just means a hoop.
Yeah, I'm guessing as well. That's what I thought.
I don't know what else a ring frame is.
I mean, but it would still just be like a hoop, but I guess you could call it a
Yeah,
because you finish. It's like how you like finish like
yeah,
this.
yeah.
But that's a hoop. That's a wooden hoop. But I just finished that in. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway. And then I'm taking a gold work class on the 1 day or the 2 days. And it's where you have to pick a painting and then you get to, and then she actually, this you send your painting to the instructor and then she tells you what colors to get, which I thought I was gonna have to figure out what colors to get from the painting, and I'm so glad that I don't have to do that because I leave it to her. I happily leave it to her.
Have you
But I did pick my painting,
okay. Well, so
um, which I can show you because I did download a picture of it. And so it's this one. This is called Blue Mountain by Vasily Kandinsky, who was like a Russian abstract artist. And we saw this one when we were at the Guggenheim, actually. And I bought the postcard of it because I liked it so much. And so when we were thinking of paintings, I was like, that would be a good one because it's got a lot of really bold colors and it's like an interesting palette. So that's gonna be my painting. So I sent that to her the other day. And then she sends a list of the DMCs that you have to buy. And then yeah, and then I need stretcher bars for that one as well. And then she provides we have to bring our own DMC and then something like another kind of thread. But then she provides all of the like gold thread, like other stuff, and the fabric. And then what do you need for your other class? Your
just the
C4?
stretcher bars and tools. I
Okay.
don't have to buy anything extra for any of
Mhm.
them. I just need to bring fabric for the one. Fabric and floss. Are we supposed to bring floss too?
I think we have to bring some embroidery floss. There's some that they're like if we have I think they're providing some floss and then if you want like metallics or like other specialty floss or like buttons or like anything like that, basically. Quite different. Because I definitely have some like pearl cotton and stuff I bring.
There. We have to bring fabric. Oh, various thread types and colors to match slash contrast your fabric.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, because like they can't, yeah, they don't know what color fabrics we'll have. So some stuff, but I have so much thread, other things.
beads, sequins, ribbons, any other embellishments, plain paper, 6-inch square of colored felt if you wish to back your finished ring frame, propelling pencil and eraser, embroidery and fabric scissors, 8-inch ring frame with support, thimble, magnifying glass, needle threader, and a meller. Yeah, so we have to bring our frame for working,
Mhm.
but she'll bring the frame that we're mounting.
So I guess they might be like if you don't like working in a wooden embroidery hoop, because I'm guessing that's what she'll provide. Because yeah, I definitely prefer to stitch in a plastic hoop because I feel like it gets tighter.
Yeah, I wonder if
I I have so many, but I don't really use them anymore unless it's like for a quirky quaker.
I also wonder if though, like if we're doing it in a 5-inch frame, uh,
You want
but
like something bigger. Yeah, because you have to bring
like,
like an 8 right?
but I wonder if the fabric will be cut in a way it would fit in an urge.
Oh, that's a good
I'll bring both.
point. Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll probably bring an urge anyway because I'll have one with me from from Stitch North.
we have to plan our trip so that we can go
Oh,
directly from Stitch North to uh
that's more crazy, I think, than taking 5 classes. Is
yeah.
going straight from Stitch North to seminar with like literally like a day of travel and then a day of rest in between.
Yeah,
When there will still be seminar activities, because there's like a reception thing in the afternoon. Um, yeah.
yeah, we'll travel on the Monday and then yeah, there's something Tuesday evening and then 5 days of classes.
And then I'm taking the red eye home.
Yeah, I get home at midnight and then I'm going to work on
I am not working on Monday. I have taken Monday off, but I get home at like six in the morning on Monday.
Monday.
So I will I mean, I'll sleep on the plane. I always sleep on planes anyway, even if it's like 2 in the afternoon and it's only an hour. So I'm not worried about that, but I'll try not to sleep during the day as well. Monday so that I can sleep at night and then go to work on Tuesday. That's the plan.
Hard of you to take it. I mean, I haven't technically submitted my days off yet, so I could probably do it.
You could include Monday. Yeah.
Or I can just work from home
Mhm.
and just be a slub about it, do all my laundry.
Yeah, true.
I can just decide in the moment.
Exactly.
I
Log
put it
on.
I put it as a way in my calendar at work. So
Mm-hmm.
people won't book meetings in on that day.
Yeah. Yeah, no meetings, but you'll probably have emails and stuff.
I just prefer to work in my office with
Yeah,
my
me too.
3 monitors and my standing desk and
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, lack of chores, you know.
Hmm. Yeah, I know. And it's so funny because because we have like a kitchen at the office and I'll like do dishes when I'm there. But then if I'm like doing my own dishes when I'm at home, I'm like, oh, I'm not supposed to be doing this right now. Even though if I was at work and I was doing dishes, that would be considered work
Yeah.
because I have to wash my own dishes. Um, yeah, it's so funny.
It is. It
Then
is.
I'll just be like, oh, I'll do all these dishes right now. And I'm like, no, I really should go back to work.
It is what it is. Okay. We're just chattering. We'll
Yeah,
we'll let you go. Thanks
I'm
for sticking with us.
excited. We will see you at the end of March, and then yeah, we'll probably have more to share about our big extravagant
Yeah.
retreat slash summer.
It'll be so close at that point. We're only 2 months away as it is, which is terrifying because I also have something else very big going on at the end of April, but I'm not letting that stop me from going away.
No, this
Everybody knows.
I can't
People
take you
are
away.
aware. It's, if it is dependent on me at that point, it's gone even worse
Yeah,
than it's already going. So it's what it
exactly.
is.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, we'll see you all soon.
All right. Thank you. Bye.